The moment I received the letter, I knew my life was about to change forever. The familiar scrawl sent a chill down my spine. It was unmistakably Alex's handwriting, my ago, swallowed by the shadows of our small coastal town. Everyone whispered about the lost children who never returned, but I always believed he was out there, somewhere, waiting for me. The letter read, "Come to the forest at dusk, I need you." It felt surreal, like a cruel joke played by a twisted fate. Yet, deep inside, a flicker of hope ignited. I was drawn to that dark expanse looming at the edge of our town, a place shunned by all. It was time to face the past, to uncover the secrets buried beneath the thick canopy. Little did I was about to step into a nightmare far beyond my imagination. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting an orange glow over the town, I made my way through the familiar streets. Draped in an eerie silence, the air felt thick, as if the very atmosphere was holding its breath in anticipation. The townsfolk peeked from behind drawn curtains, their wary eyes following my every move. They all knew the stories, the whispered warnings about the forest that loomed in the distance. "Don't go there," they said. "It's not safe," but I had to go. My heart raced as I approached the edge of the woods, where the trees stood like sentinels, their gnarled branches reaching out as if to ensnare me. I could almost hear the rustling leaves whispering secrets, urging me forward. Memories flooded back: Alex's laughter, our shared adventures, and the day he disappeared. That fateful afternoon when he dashed into the forest, never to return, haunted me like a ghost. I had spent years searching for answers, and now here I was, drawn back to the very place he had vanished. Taking a deep breath, I stepped into the shadows, leaving the last rays of sunlight behind me. The forest enveloped me in darkness, the sounds of the outside world fading away. Each step felt heavier, the weight of uncertainty pressing down on me as I ventured deeper into the heart of the woods. Something awaited me there, something I couldn't yet comprehend. As I moved deeper into the forest, the trees closed in around me, their trunks thick and twisted, blocking out what little light remained. The silence was profound, punctuated only by the occasional rustle of leaves, as if the woods were alive, watching me. My heart raced with a mix of fear and anticipation. Then, just ahead, I saw a flicker of movement, a shadow darting between the trees. I hesitated, my breath hitching in my throat. The feeling of being watched intensified, but I pressed on, driven by an inexplicable pull. Suddenly, I stumbled into a small clearing, and there they were, a group of children, their faces pale and expressionless. My stomach twisted as I recognized them. Each one had been reported missing over the years, their names etched in my memory like a litany of despair. Among them stood Alex, looking as if time had stood still. "Alex," I called out, my voice cracking. He turned to me, but his eyes were vacant, devoid of the warmth and joy I remembered. The other children stared, their gaze unsettlingly hollow. A feeling of dread washed over me. They were not just lost. They were trapped in a limbo of despair. "Help us," one of them whispered, but the voice was not human, echoing with an otherworldly resonance. I took a step back, fear flooding my senses. I was no longer just a sister searching for her brother. I had stumbled into something far darker than I could have ever imagined. Panic surged through me as I stood frozen in the clearing, surrounded by the lost children. "Help us," they pleaded, their voices blending into a haunting chorus that echoed in my mind. I could feel the weight of their despair pressing down on me, threatening to drown me in their sorrow. As I stepped closer to Alex, I searched his eyes for a spark of recognition, but all I found was emptiness. "Alex, it's me. I'm here to take you home," I urged, desperation clawing at my throat. But he merely stared, as if he were trapped behind a glass wall, unable to reach out to me. Suddenly, the air around us thickened, and a dark presence loomed just beyond the trees, watching. An unsettling awareness crept into my mind. This wasn't just a group of lost children. They were bound to something ancient and malevolent, a cult that had taken root in the forest, feeding on their souls. Realization hit me like a wave. Alex didn't want to leave. He had become part of this entity, and I was in grave danger. With a surge of instinct, I turned to flee, but the children reached for me, their hands grasping and desperate. I stumbled backward, feeling the weight of their sorrow cling to me. As I broke free from the clearing, I could still hear their voices calling after me, echoing through the trees. I emerged into the fading light, the truth crashing down upon me. The forest held its secrets close, and the lost children would remain, forever waiting for someone to join them.